In the lands of Minhal where shadows creep, an ancient king stirs from his deathly sleep. Orcs and goblins rise, their drums resound, to bring the darkness where light was found. From Dawson's fields where farmers stand, to Crack Swamp and the desert sand, unlikely heroes heed the call, to face the night, to stand or fall. Through the veil of malevolence we march as one, with axes high our will be done in the fire's glow. Our hearts ignite to break the darkness, to bring the light. Green Hollow's grove, the bards did fight, songs of courage in the dead of night. And in Abylos, where shadows lie, a beholder fell beneath the sky. Dragons soar in skies of flame, but we press on in our victory's name. Through mountains pass and underdogs maw, to break the chains, to crush them all. Now the final hour draws near, the king of old, his wrath we fear. But with our blades and with our kin, we'll tear the veil and rise again. Through the veil of malevolence we march as one, with axes high our will be done in the fire's glow. Our hearts ignite to break the darkness, to bring the light. Where hope remains, we stand united, break the chains. For in our song, the battle's cry, we rise as one, because legends never die.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and our non-conforming friends, welcome to episode 1 of Sunday Minhal. Say hi, everybody, to the big wide interwebs.
Yeah. Hello, interwebs.
Hi. Hello.
I am so glad to finally be starting this campaign and having everybody here. Let's start off first. Everybody, just give us a brief introduction. We'll start with you, Rach.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Rachel Kahn. I am here, hopefully with some friends from Twitter. If you're here from Twitter, hi, good to see you. Glad to have you. I am a mom. I do community organizing in the Atlanta area. I have many pets, dogs and cats. I love Dungeons and Dragons. And in this campaign, I'm playing Hannah Little Cheeks, whose cheeks, for the record, are not little.
Awesome. Jory.
Once.
Can you top that, bro?
Absolutely not. Although Sedge is caked up. So I will... my name's Jory. I'm also a dad. I will be playing Sedge, who is a grumpy old turtle. And I'm pretty good at D&D. You can ask Frankie. Deoris definitely always hits on his rolls, for sure. So,
If only.
should go well. Yeah.
Hey, Mike 1.
All right, I'm Mike. I'm playing Drex Marrow. I'm a engineer officer here in Happy Valley, Oregon, Essayons. Looking forward to playing Drex. He is a necromancer lizard folk. So plan on him raising the dead in the most socially inopportune times.
Amazing. Chloe?
My name's Chloe Jerzak. I am in 7th grade. I'm here with my dad, Michael Jerzak. He's Drex Marrow. My character is called Kordesu, and she is a draconic dragon.
Awesome. Warlock, right? It's my favorite class.
Yes.
Mike 2.
Hello, I am Mike 2. I am playing Dom Reyes, a tiefling paladin of the Oath of Vengeance. He has been drawn to the city as his order has given him a target to hunt down.
Ooh, I like that. Micah, our favorite. I'm kidding, everybody.
Hi, I'm Micah. I am playing Echo 44, a Warforged cleric that his memory's not all there.
Yeah, and I am literally everybody else in the world. I am Frankie, aka Mr. Slendy, your dungeon master. And with introductions out of the way, we're going to pull up the map. Is there anybody who doesn't have the map in front of them right now? Anybody need the link?
Yeah, that's me. But I don't know if we'll pull it. Be on the phone now.
Is it the usual link?
It's a different link for each table. So let me go ahead and slide that into the chat. I think I already did. Yeah.
Yep. I'm in there now. Sorry, you will hear my kid in the background sometimes. I'm sorry.
Yep, me too. Speak of the devil. Yep. Typically I play around 8, but now that I'm playing at 6, kids are still up, so you might hear them. And that's just dad life. Okay. Looks like I've got everybody in, but Chloe's not in yet, and Mike, obviously, your theater of the mind.
Where do you get the new link?
So in the voice channel, you see the little speech bubble next to where it says Minhal for the voice channel?
Yeah.
Click there. It's the very most recent link.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Welcome to the small farming town of Tosin. On the continent of Brimha, on the planet of Minhal. Tosin is pretty important. According to legend, this is the very ground where the goddess, the goddess Oranthia first stepped foot on the planet of Minhal many a millennia ago. And as such, the soil has been divinely blessed. As you all would have come into town over the past couple days, some things would have stuck out to you if it was your first time in Tosin. The apple trees here grow as tall as redwoods, sunflowers the size of wagon wheels. Year-round, these crops can grow, and they grow to immense size. As such, Tosin is actually responsible for providing 60% of the continent's food. Pretty important place. And as such, you don't have your normal peasantry or serfs as farmers in Tosin. It's a long licensing procedure. Unless you inherit the land, it's quite hard to become a farmer in Tosin. These are the best of the best, and they're all quite wealthy. But within Tosin lies a little tavern known as Logan's Last Chance, and as most great D&D adventures do, you all begin in this tavern. The man behind the bar, Logan Certain, is about 53 years old, shoulder-length brown hair. It's graying in some places. He has a beard, but he is quite jovial and quite happy. He is recently opened this bar within the last year. He's a retired adventurer, you see. Just ask him. He would not hesitate to tell you. But he took that damn arrow to the knee, and so he can no longer adventure. You all are sat in various places. There's members of the local militia here. And we open up to Panner. Panner, what do these people see as you're sitting at this table having a meal and a drink? Describe your character for us.
Well, Panner is just sitting at the table quietly, very demure, very mindfully watching everyone. You might notice she's not really making a lot of eye contact, but she is watching everybody else pretty carefully. Kind of like she's mentally taking notes on what everyone is looking at, how people interacting with each other. Uh, and if you tried to speak to her, I'm sure she'd respond politely, but she's not really initiating any conversations.
Okay. And not far from Panner, leaned up on the bar with a drink, is a red tiefling. And some pretty impressive armor. And a sword on his back. Domreus, why don't you tell us what we see?
You see as you described, a red-skinned tiefling with curled back black horns and black armor and a sword a sheath in his back. There's also a shield wrapped around his left arm as he is essentially engaged in conversation with the barkeep if he will share any information. Pretty much axing if he's seen another tiefling around.
Well, to tell you the truth, friend, not many tieflings come through Tosin. As a matter of fact, you're one of the first I've seen in months.
That's a shame.
It is a shame. Quite impressive. Is it true that your dad's a devil?
Not exactly. Beyond. You're thinking of Camby. They are the direct descendants of devils.
Oh.
My family. Tieflings tend to have great-great-grandparents or are cursed.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
Insight to see if he was testing.
Go ahead.
Alright, I will be using my own dice.
First roll of the campaign is an insight check on the barman.
That is a 3.
Huh? Yeah. He totally knew that and was testing you. You're glad you passed. And as this conversation is happening, up the bar a little bit, there is this giant turtle with a staff. And every now and then it sounds like a low kind of buzz coming from inside of his shell. But, Sedge, why don't you tell the people what they see?
Yeah. As I said earlier, I mean, he's a thick boy. He's like 400 pounds or so. Turtles are already pretty leathery and wrinkly, but you can tell he's old. He is wrinkles on wrinkles. He's got like shoots of almost like swamp grass and mud still stuck to the back of his shell, almost like he couldn't reach. And he's carrying around, he doesn't put it down, a large curved staff with a light. You'll see him fiddle with the light every so often. And you'll also notice occasionally a moth will flutter sort of almost outside of his shell, coming from inside of it, moving to a different spot. Which I actually don't know if bugs are allowed in here, but I don't think he would have listened if they told him
no. Logan called this pub the Last Chance because it's Logan's last chance with his wife. Adventuring failed. He tried his hand at smithing for a while, and then he was a carpenter, and he tried his hand at being a courier. None of it ever worked out, and he finally had the idea for this business. And his wife told him if this one failed, she was really leaving this time. So in honor of that, Logan named his pub Logan's Last Chance. So as long as you've got coin to spend, he'll put up with the bugs. And behind Sedge, sitting at a table, no food or drink in front of him, is this odd character with a hood pulled over his head. Echo, why don't you tell the people what they see?
So Echo is just got a bunch of different cloaks and stuff wrapped around him, kind of covering up his body. You see a faint glow of green coming out of underneath the hood. He's just kind of sitting at the table, relaxing as he's passing through before he continues on his way and everything. He's just kind of quietly taking everything in as everybody is talking around, just listening to conversation and stuff.
At a table just north of Sedge and Echo, there is a lizard man sat with a dragonborn woman. You're not quite sure if they know each other. The dragonborn woman looks slightly like curious as to why this lizard sat here. But Drex, why don't you introduce us to what Drex looks like?
You see Drex, he's black skinned with kind of a golden sheen to his the scales, the spines on the top of his neck. He was wearing a black robe, but it's aged and worn to the point that it's worn out and gray in some places. He respectfully placed a serpent-shaped staff along the wall. And if you get too close to that staff, you can hear a hiss exude from it. And he looks over to his would-be companion and says, "Would you like to play a game of cards?"
Lady Cordesu, this lizard who sat down in front of you has asked you a question. Why don't you tell us what your character looks like, and then answer the question?
My character is wearing very dull robes that looked very worn and haven't probably been washed or taken care of in a while. She's kind of picking at her food, not quite eating it. And then she looks over at Drex Marrow, or this lizard sitting across her, and she's like, "Sure, why not?"
Do you mind if we play with a third? This game is better with three.
Okay.
Drex takes his wand out of his robes and just makes a small flare in the air. Green light kind of comes from the tip, and then two hands, these dismembered hands which look like maybe from a gnome, crawl up to the table with a deck of cards and start to deal.
Oh my. Sure, 3 dragon ante. I would like each of you to roll 3 d20s.
The hand's name is Ditst, by the way. What do you want us to roll, Frankie?
3 d20s.
You got it. Please hold. All right, 37.
Drex, believe it or not, you win the first 2 hands, get a little confident, and then lose the third.
Good game, good game.
So, the rest of you are kind of looking around. There's a card game going on. And this is a point where I would like to open it up for the table to do a little role playing. You can approach somebody. Doesn't even have to be one of the other players, an NPC or anything like that. The table is now yours.
So I think Panner's very interested in these disembodied gnome hands. And she's just about done eating anyway, so I think probably she's gonna, respectfully take her plates or bowls to the counter and then just sort of sidle to the end. Not really looking or talking directly up on a stool because she's a halfling. She can't just look over that counter, so she's gonna hop up on that stool and kind of right here at the end of this bar and just try to surreptitiously observe.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Go ahead.
Make a stealth check, Banner.
All right.
Drex, Lady Cordesu, you can make perception checks.
And what is I know I got a high stealth. What is that? What do I add for stealth?
It's if you look on the left side of your character sheet, it should have like a list of your skills. Stealth is usually I think one of the last 3 in the list.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Alrighty. That's gonna be well, it's 13. I don't think I quite got away with it.
Nope, makes it, breaks it. Drex, you definitely notice this little halfling has kind of tried to be sneaky and move to the end of the bar and watch, but she's paying very close attention.
It's hard to subtly climb up onto a bar stool that's as tall as you are.
Gets the hands. One of them stops dealing, does this, waves at Drex, and then points over his shoulder at Little Cheeks. And Drex looks over and says, "Do you want to play?"
Well, I don't know the rules, but if you explained them to me, I suppose I might.
Oh, yeah, come over. It's an easy game, especially with disembodied hands as dealers.
Alrighty. She's gonna head over. And I guess she'll jump in, huh?
Yeah. Next hand. All three of you. Go ahead.
I'm Drex. This is Gets what was your name again, Dragonborn?
Cordesu.
Cordesu.
Well-
Gets, shake hands with the nice lady. One of the disembodied hands, the right hand, comes up to shake yours.
Mm-hmm. And she's gonna kind of hesitate, just not quite a lot, but just enough you notice it, and take this hand that is somehow smaller than hers, and just give a little, then look you over and say, "Well, hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Panner Little Cheeks."
Welcome, Tanner. Gets, deal.
Yep, it'll be 3d20s again from all of you this time. I should ask, is anybody betting with their starting goal?
Tanner, honestly, I'm broke. I could probably sell Gets for a couple silvers, but that's about it. I'm just playing for fun. Gets looks at, like, he can't look. He doesn't have eyes, but he just, like, does this with his hands like he's poor.
All right. I need the 3d20s from Panner and Drex.
All right, did that go through? Yeah.
Another 37.
Got it? I don't know if it did it or not. I think it did.
It
Oh,
did?
no, I already did the first time. It was a 35.
Oh, did I miss it? It's not showing up for me?
Maybe.
Do you know what the three rolls were?
It was 14, 8, and 13.
8 and 13. So, Lady Cordesu wins the first hand. Panner wins the second. And Drex wins the third. You all split it.
Gets claps. The hands clap.
And much fun to be had. Sedge, you're sitting there against the bar. And you know, Logan, you live in the swamp, which is just a few days travel from here. So you come to Tosin often. Logan leans towards you on the bar and goes, "You've been hearing the rumors about the goblins."
Oh, what was that? You gotta speak up.
The rumors about the goblins. He looks around as people start to kind of turn and look.
Yeah, Sedge will do the same. He'll sort of look everywhere, caught off guard. I certainly haven't heard anything about goblins.
No, they say that they're coming from down near your swamp, so figured maybe you had seen or heard something could fill me in. They've been attacking the caravans a lot lately. It's having to hire extra guard just to get them in and out of town.
And with him speaking up, Panner's literally right there. Can she hear everything too?
Probably,
Right.
and Dom,
Perception.
Yeah.
and Domrius as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Echo probably too, because Sedge is old. So it's,
That's what I mean. Yeah, I was trying to make him speak up a little bit for everybody.
at this point, like, Logan's shoulders just kind of slumped, realizing that he's talking to Sedge, and so he's got to speak loud.
Yeah. I mean, I tend to keep my head down out there in the swamps, you know.
What with the hags and whatnot, I get it. I get it.
Of course.
Have you ever thought of not living in the swamp where the Fae roam wild? Sedge?
Let me ask you this, Logan. Have you ever felt the mud between your toes?
Yes.
And you choose not to do it every day?
Yes.
Oh, kids these days.
How?
I appreciate nature.
I appreciate nature just fine. From a distance. I've had my time out there in the wilderness, old man. And, I like it more at home. Well, sometimes. As he kind of looks back towards the kitchen, knowing that Melinda is back there cooking. So,
DM,
yes.
can you run me through that? In the swamps with the hags, there was the rumor. Yes?
So Crag Swamp is
Crag Swamp.
is a roll history.
Oh, that's gonna go so well.
You're gonna get some
Yeah,
information, but the roll will depend on how much.
I got 8.
So
I've
Crag's
heard of a swamp.
Crag Swamp is a bit infamous as being a place known as it's how to describe it? It's a place where the veil between the Fey realm and the material plane is quite thin. So over time, a lot of Fey creatures have moved through that veil and now reside in the swamp. So there are hags, there are redcaps, there are fairies, and apparently 600-year-old crabby turtles.
Occasionally.
Well, I think knowing that Panner would have probably gone through the swamp to get to Tosan from where they found her, she might be just kind of turned around watching. I don't think she's trying to be subtle about it this time. I think she's just kind of looking at this giant turtle man who's talking about this incredibly dangerous place that she made it through, as though it is just like a fun resort
spa.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of give him one of these, like, obviously confused.
What about tieflings? Have you seen any other tieflings besides this one down here, Sedge? He says he's looking for one.
DM, have I seen a tiefling? I feel like I would look out for, something out of the ordinary like that.
Let's go ahead and roll a percentile.
All right, you got it. I'm gonna crush this, guys. 65.
65? No. Some satyrs, of course, in the swamp.
Yeah.
You haven't seen a tiefling.
Yeah, I mean, I'll spare everybody the old man voice, but yeah, I'll relay that. I haven't really seen any tieflings around. I'd like to think, Micah, you said Echo 44 has like light poking out from under the hood, right?
Yeah, there's like green glowing from underneath his hood.
Oh yeah, I mean, you definitely have a couple of mobs poking under there.
Have you even picked up that he's automaton yet? Make a perception check.
I don't know if Sedge has, but moth sees light, Here we go. Now that's a 4. I mean, he's got really old eyes.
Yeah. Old turtle. You do see the light, but you can't tell that he's an automaton. What is Echo doing sitting at the table? Just sitting there, hands on the table?
Hands covered up. He's watching everybody as they talk. I do have the observant feat, so I can read lips too if they are whispering or trying to conceal anything. But he definitely kind of perked up when he heard about the goblin issues. Echo would probably get up and walk up to the barkeep, just keeping his head down. And he would just say, what is this about goblins?
Okay, so I rolled a nat 20 on Logan's perception check. He starts walking over with a pitcher. Oh, what's up for? Oh my! Whose robot is this? Did you get lost, buddy?
I'm my own person. You were speaking of a goblin problem. Maybe I can be of some assistance.
You can talk. He reaches out and knocks on your chest just to hear the clang. And okay. Gonna have to mute you real quick, Mike, because I can hear you on the phone. He knocks on your chest. Yes. I mean, obviously everybody in the pub now knows. The militia know. I shouldn't really be talking about it, but caravans to and from the city, heading to the north lately, have been getting ambushed. Quite frequently, there's actually bounties on goblin ears now. I don't know how interested you are in money, but they're paying 5 gold an ear.
Okay.
You know, if I was younger again myself, it's a good way to make some coin.
Right. Yeah. Maybe I will head that way and see about helping you with that problem.
Now you said 5 gold each ear.
Yeah, so
Rachel looks back up and kind of tucks away and goes, "Now I suppose you'd be needing any more help with that."
oh, it's I don't pay.
To Echo.
I don't pay for the goblin ears. Don't bring them here. No interest. Quite a mess. Not hygienic. You have to take them to the barracks and turn them into the watch commander, Alara Greenfield.
Innkeeper, hypothetically, if I was to kill a goblin, what about the other parts of the goblin? Do they need to know what happened to the rest of the goblin?
I don't believe the poster said nothing about the rest of the. Why do you ask?
It's neither here nor there. But okay, that's important information. I would like to make some money killing goblins.
Okay, he didn't hear the eating. Yeah, yes, of course. I would inquire at the barracks and Domreus, are you? I gotta unmute you. I server muted you because you were on the phone. Are you there?
Yeah, sorry. The phone came up unexpected. Yeah, I'm here.
No, it's fine. I'm just making sure. This conversation's happening about goblins and the bounty on them.
All right.
Does that have any interest for Domreus?
Oh yeah, he still needs some extra cash, and the tiefling I'm looking for, no one's seen him, so.
Yes. So you all decide that you're going to work together. Collect some goblin ears, maybe protect some caravans. You don't know yet, but you all gather around the table now and introduce yourselves to each other. A bit of light conversation is happening. Drinks are ordered. Echo, no drinks, but he is enjoying the company. An hour or so passes when suddenly you can hear some cries, some screams from outside. And the door bursts open as a young man in militia clothes stumbles into the tavern holding his gut, and you can see blood running out through his fingers. Goblins! Goblins at the east of town! And he collapses. Face first.
Echo will walk over to him and cast Cure Wounds.
Hell yeah, roll it up. $12. Yes, the boy walks in, he cries. He's human, probably only about 17 years old, as he collapses down. Just a pup, too young to be serving in any kind of armed forces.
Do you think Tanner could have made it over there in time to catch him? I feel like
Let me
like
see.
saw him come in, went running, and then
What's your movement speed? Because he's 35 feet away.
25, I
So,
think.
I don't think you would have caught him, but you could have rushed over, as well as Echo.
Yeah.
And you watch as this robotic hand goes forward, and just radiant energy is expelled from it, and the wound begins to close. He remains unconscious, but he is healed and stabilized and no longer bleeding. There is a fury of movement as the militia members begin rushing out of the pub. They step over their fallen comrade. They pay no mind to the young man who just collapsed as they rush out to join the fray.
Drex yells, "It's showtime!" and he snaps his fingers, and gnome hands nimbly move across the table back into his pack. He says, "Cody, I think we're needed." He touches the staff, and the staff turns into a very large constrictor snake.
Okay. When we get to the next map, I will be sure to put a token on it. Is everybody going to go and join the fray, or is anybody staying behind?
I'll join the fray.
Echo's gonna pick up Chauncey here and lay him on a table,
Absolutely.
then head out the door.
Yeah, and you
Magone's
all...
gonna crawl over the wounded militiaman on the way to the door.
You all rush out of the tavern and begin heading to the east of town, following a trail of blood. And you realize that all across the eastern part of town, multiple melees are taking place between militia guard and goblin. And you all come upon the scene on the eastern road out of town, where a caravan has been ambushed, as the trail of blood leads you right here. I would like everybody, if you click on the left side, you can see your toolbar. If you hit token browser, which is the very bottom one, then click players if it's not automatically selected. You should be able to see your token. You can click the plus sign, it'll put your token on the map, and you can place yourselves anywhere in the bottom left corner. No more than 6 squares away from either edge. And once we are all set up, and you say you're set up, it's time for every DM's favorite quote. Let's roll initiative.
Hell yeah.
Oh, what sign? I don't see it anywhere.
What?
You said there's a way to bring our.
Okay, so on the
Initiative.
left side of the map, there's a toolbar. It like looks like a hand, a cloud, a pencil, those things. At the very bottom, there's
Yeah.
a circle with a person in it. If you click that, then click players, you'll be able to scroll down and see your token, and then you could hit
Okay.
plus.
Okay.
Frank-
There it is.
Frankie, that second initiative I rolled is for Nagoni. She's got a plus. That'll be a 12.
I
For
do
this.
not do initiative for summons. You take your summons turn immediately after yours. Let me
Okay, got it.
go to companions. You don't have one listed, so constrictor snake. Boom. There's your snake, buddy.
Woo! I can't see it, but I'm sure it's beautiful.
Okay.
Got 14.
That does. Thanks for reminding me that you're Theater of the Mind again, Drex. I'm going to place you towards the back. You are a wizard. That seems
Yep.
most appropriate, and I'm going to put your snake right in front of you. Okay.
Cool.
Everybody has rolled.
Reyes, I rolled a 20 for my initiative.
Okay.
Using dice.
20 on initiative. Drex, what did you roll again?
Drex rolled a 3.
Okay. That is awful. All right, guys. So if you've never played D&D before, or this is your first time playing D&D digitally, most of my maps are gridded. Each grid square represents 5 feet. So it's real easy to count your movement, but make sure when you stop, you are within a square. Don't stop on a crosshair or anything like that. We are now in initiative, and the goblin boss, not the Goss Boblin, although the goblin boss at the back goes first. And he is going to make a short bow attack at Lady Cordesu. You put yourself front and center. But I don't think an 8 hits. You are safe. He only gets 1 ranged attack, 2 melees, so he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Begin charging the party. Panner, you are up. Dom Reyes, you are on
All right.
deck.
Well, I think I'm gonna use my movement to get over to this goblin right here next to me. And then I'm going to just come in with my rapier and see if I can give him a little skewering.
Hell yeah.
We'll see.
This goblin, you
I
notice,
don't
is
think
like...
that's going to be a skewering. That's a 7.
So 7 does miss, but it's really hard to hit this goblin
Uh-huh.
because his feet aren't actually on the ground. He has a hold of the handle of this carriage and is trying with both feet to pull it open, not realizing that his feet are on the door he's trying to pull open, but he's trying real hard to get the door to this carriage open.
Mhm.
But that misses.
So I think probably she's going to try and like come in for it from the side, and he's like swinging, and she's like trying to like poke at him, and it's one of those kind of left, right, left.
Absolutely. Unless you have a bonus action you want to use, it is Dom Reyes' turn.
Not this time, not yet.
All right, Dom Reyes.
Okay, I'm going to do a bonus action, casting Hunter's Mark on that goblin right there.
He is marked.
And I am going to attack him. Does a 18 hit?
18 does hit.
Alright, that's 1d8 and a 1d6 thanks to the Hunter's Mark. I switched to... Okay, I guess I... Switching between... not mean to hit that.
So the 9
so I
damage, I just need a d6 as well.
Yep. It is 6 points of additional slashing damage.
Dang, that's pretty much max damage on both rolls. That's pretty impressive. As you swing down, you actually cut the goblin's arms and legs off of his body, and his torso falls to the ground dead, landing on top of a slain woman. Does that end your turn?
I will move a little further ahead, and that will end my turn.
Okay, well, gotta go down, kill that goblin in my initiative order. Okay. Next is that goblin right in front of you, Dom Reyes, and he is going to just charge straight at you. And he is going to make a scimitar attack. That is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
For 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay. He is going to disengage as a bonus action, laugh at you, and finish his movement as he runs around this carriage to try to hide. Okay, next up is the next goblin. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Nagini is going to get a shot at her with a short bow.
Whoa, trademark. It's
That is,
Nagoni.
okay, my bad. 17 to hit.
Let me double check here. I believe that's
Yeah,
it.
it hits. For 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And Echo 44, you were up. Micah, we can't hear you. I don't think your push to talk is down.
Oh, I forgot I'm pushed to talk now. Echo will move up towards this goblin. He'll pull his hood back a little bit so he can be seen, and he'll say, I cannot allow you to attack any more of these people. And he'll extend his hand for the goblin and cast Inflict Wounds.
Classic Micah over describe. That hits, buddy.
23 to hit. For nice 27 damage.
Yeah, not only do you kill this goblin with this inflict wounds, but you sap every bit of moisture out of his body as he writhes and shrivels and falls over. Dead. Dead.
He'll,
Like you
He'll
did 20 more than his total hit points dead.
he'll turn his attention to the goblin boss and say, this is your time to run away. If you want to, I would suggest it.
Make
That'll do it
an
for-
intimidation roll at advantage.
Okay, intimidation. 14.
Okay, I am going to make a con check for him. He looks at you, nods, and turns like he's about to start running away. All right, next is this goblin assassin. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Rex, you ready to get a dagger thrown at you?
Come at me, bro.
He missed
Yeah.
with an 8. But he does get a once a day feature as he summons 10 foot of darkness immediately around himself so that he cannot be targeted by sight spells. Okay. Lady Cordesu, you are up.
Lady Cordesu is going to move up next to the goblin spine cleave.
Hell yeah.
And she is going to use her dagger. And it's a 19 to hit.
19 definitely hits.
And it takes 3 piercing damage.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay, next up is the Curse Spitter. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dom Reyes.
Yeah.
Can I get a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, you can. How does a 22 work?
22 on a whiz check at level 3? That's insane. That's how that works. Okay, well, this Curse Spitter runs up towards you. He tries to cast some kind of spell at you, but you are able to dodge out of the way. Now, the Spine Cleaver in front of Lady Cordesu, who she just stabbed, looks up at her, growls, and swings its great axe. That's a 24 to hit.
Definitely hits.
For 6 slashing damage. Okay. And the Spine Cleaver doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when they move out of enemy reach. So he too is going to run into this darkness. And then the other Spine Cleaver, I don't think is going to reach anybody on this turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Never mind, Panner. He does reach you, but he did have to dash, so he can't attack this round. Sedge, you are up.
All right. I will give my shell a little knock and tell him it's time to wake up. And I will shoot this goblin right here. This guy.
Yep.
All right. Longbow. Almost really good. 16.
16 hits.
Cool. 6 damage, and the mob will swarm him.
Okay, he's bloodied.
And an additional 4 damage.
Oh, he's dead.
Well done.
Heck,
That's it.
yeah. After Sedge is a goblin sniper from his perch on top of this little hill. He pulls out his longbow with his range of 320 feet, and he is going to make an attack at Echo 44. That's a 17 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, he only gets 1 attack. If the sniper misses with a ranged weapon attack while they are hidden, they remain hidden. Additionally, if the sniper hits the target with a ranged weapon, and well, he wasn't hidden, so it doesn't matter. Next is the warg. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's charging at this snake. It thinks it can get an easy meal. Drex, you are up. So I will tell you right now, you have a warg that's 5, 10, 15 feet away from you and is about to attack your snake. And then you have a goblin spine cleaver, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, about 35 feet away from you, about to attack Panner.
Okay. I'll attack with Ray of Sickness at the ward. Level 2.
Okay, that's a con save, right? Or no, you rolled a hit.
It's a hit. 21 to hit.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
And damage. Ugh. 8 damage.
All right, good hit.
And he'll use his bonus action to instruct the snake to attack.
Yep, it needs to move 5 feet forward and then attack the warg. Go ahead.
Okay, he's going to attack with the constrict ability. +6, and then 2d8 plus 4. Got it. All right, 21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
All right, and then 2d8 plus 4. Oh, low roll.
Whoa.
It's going to do 6 damage, and it is restrained.
It doesn't get a save against it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Correction. DC 16 for
Strength?
the grapple. It's grapple, so I'm assuming so.
Yeah. Well, it does fail. So it is bloodied and it is grappled.
Okay.
Any attacks on it will be made at advantage. All right, we are back up at the top, and the goblin boss is going to start running away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But he does turn, and he is going to make a disadvantage short bow attack at Lady Korodesu as he's running away. 18 to hit. That's a disadvantage. That was a great roll.
Jeez.
It's
You take only 3 piercing as the arrow barely grazes your shoulder. And Panner, we are back to you.
Alrighty. So, when this goblin spine cleaver comes running up, Panner's gonna start just by trying to lunge with that rapier.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll see how that goes to decide what we do next. So that rapier's gonna come in with an 8. I'm doing great.
The dice. This is why we warm-up roll.
You know, I should hit it a few more times.
You made fun of the warm-up roll, so now you're cursed.
This is karmic retribution, to be sure. So she goes for the lunge. She misses. Maybe she kind of, lunges forward a little bit, and then realizing she's not hit it, she's going to take that step back and use a key point for patient defense. So she's just waiting.
Okay. I will attack you with disadvantage. Tom Reyes, you are now up.
Okay, so attacks on the warg have advantage.
Yes, it is grappled.
Okay,
But you would also get advantage if you moved up due to flanking. I use flanking rules. So you would have flanking and it's grappled. But I don't do double advantage. It's just advantage.
Okay, so first bonus action, redirecting Hunter's Mark on the warg.
Okay.
And rolling to hit. Does a... That's... 21 hit.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to make this a level 1 smite.
Hell yeah.
So, first the normal slashing damage. And Ten plus 4... 14 points of slashing.
I'm going to let you save your smite, buddy. It's dead.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure you keep your spell slot.
Alright. With that done, let's see. I will then move to flank the goblin spine cleaver.
Heck yeah. All right.
That'll be 10.
This goblin is dead. I don't know why he's still in my turn order. Okay, Echo 44, you are up.
Okay. Echo, seeing the goblin boss run but then turn to attack, will say, I warned you, and you still tried to attack my allies, so... And will extend a finger, and a radiant beam will shoot out as he casts Guiding Bolt.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. Here we go.
The most missed attack in D&D, and you missed.
16 to hit.
It missed.
Yes.
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
I've never seen any other spell miss as much as a guiding bolt.
That is unfortunate. But Echo will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move towards him. And that'll be it for Echo.
All right, so the assassin is going to move to the edge of his darkness and throw another dagger at you, Drext. He gets advantage. That is a 17 to hit. You're a wizard. So that is 7 piercing damage, Drext. And he cackles from his darkness. Lady Cordesu, you are up.
Lady Cordesu is going to move 20 feet to the right as she casts a Eldritch Blast at the goblin boss.
Oh, the boss, okay. 8.
It's a
Yep, 8's not going to do it, unfortunately.
That's all for my turn.
All right, the Curse Spitter, you having run up to it. Can you make a Wisdom saving throw for me, Lady Cordesu, as this Curse Spitter shoots one of his spells at you?
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep. Nice. The Goblin Curse Spitter, named such because he likes to throw curses at people, has missed 2 curses in a row. And Curse Spitter takes on a new name as he begins saying, "What the fuck?" in Goblin as he misses his second spell. The Spine Cleaver the Spine Cleaver in the darkness, who's going to charge out at this Constrictor Snake and make a Great Axe attack. That is a natural 20. Ding, 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 ding. So it's 15 before the roll. Plus 9, 24 damage to the Constrictor Snake.
Okay.
How many hit points does that thing got? Jeez.
6.
My goodness. All right, the other Spine Cleaver is going to swing around at Dom Reyes with his Great Axe. He's going to miss with a 9. The great thing is he doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, and he is not going to stay here for very long. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As he puts a little distance between all of you. Sedge, you are up.
All right. I'm gonna shoot the sniper.
Oh yeah?
Um,
What's your range?
150 with the longbow.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize you had a longbow. I thought you had a short bow. Yep, he is 98 feet away, so you can make that shot.
All right. Here we go. 20. 30, 20.
That definitely hits.
All right. 11 damage. And I have a question. Is that like a cliff?
He's up on a hill. It's like little hills along the road.
Okay, so if I pushed him off, he's not going to take damage.
No.
All right, then they'll just bite him again.
Okay.
There we go. 2 mock damage.
You have killed another goblin. Congratulations.
Well, it's really the mobs, you know?
Yeah. They go to town. Drext, you are up. Quite hurt.
Okay. What melee fighters are the closest?
There is a spine cleaver goblin, which is like a goblin barbarian, about 15 feet in front of you.
Okay. I'll attack him with a Ray of Sickness, level 2. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Oh, lowest row. Oh, okay. Those are 7s, not 1s. I got scared. 15.
Okay, he is definitely bloodied. Good hit. Good hit.
Okay. I'm going to instruct my snake.
To bite that one
what's
is
the
in melee.
closest-
Yeah, that one's in melee. The one you just shot is in melee with your snake. That's the one who just did
Oh.
all that damage.
I'll attack him with a bite. Let me double check the damage here. Okay, +6, and then 2d6 plus 4. $19 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. It's 19 plus 6, right? So
Yeah.
25 to hit. Yeah.
15 damage.
Holy crap! He only had 15 hit points left. You got to kill too,
Yeah.
Drex.
Go. That's it for Drex.
All right. We are back at the goblin boss. He is going to continue to move away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But he is going to turn and shoot on you. Echo? That's a 22 to hit for 6 piercing. And Panner, you are back up.
Alrighty, so I think I am going to fire off an arrow at that spine cleaver that's kind of north of the snake.
Yep.
Let me do that real quick. So that's with the short bow. That's a... Well, I can't roll a natural
Oh my
one
goodness.
because I'm a
Yep.
halfling, so I'm going to roll that again. All right, that's a little bit better. That's 24.
Yeah, you finally hit something.
Finally, all right. And then can I use my movement to run parallel after I run this? Let me hit this damage real quick. That damage is 5. Can I sort of run up towards the curse spitter, but also use my bonus action to hide sort of in those bushes? Or maybe behind some of the various objects there since I'm small.
You want to gain cover?
So yeah, so what I'm thinking is I'm kind of thinking like maybe I can maybe even go like under this carriage that's right next to me and then kind of run through those bushes.
Yeah, I would allow that, and I would give you cover for the bushes. But hiding is an actual mechanic thing that takes
Can
an
I do
action.
that as a bonus action, or that's just an action?
It's an action but you have cunning action, which you don't get until rogue level 3.
Okay, so in that case, then I will just dive in there for cover, and just sort of start like flanking towards this curse spitter. Yeah.
Okay, I will actually move. You had enough movement to get that far into that bush. Okay. Awesome. Yep, I will give you here a halfling. I'll give you full cover. Tom Reyes?
Yep. All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. I'm gonna attack this next, the goblin spine cleaver. Bonus
Heck
action. Hunter's mark is on him again.
Okay, I will move the orange circle to him.
That is I rolled a nat 1.
Okay, well, he is going to make a opportunity attack. That's a natural 20.
Hang on, is he within 30 feet of me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes, he is.
Okay, you're gonna see a pendant around Echo's neck start to glow, and I negate your natural 20.
You're an asshole, Micah. Okay, let me roll up damage. 13 slashing.
All right.
Where was the snake?
What? No, he ran away from your snake.
No, when my snake got critted, he didn't do anything.
Oh, I
No
know.
love for the sun.
I was more than 30
No,
feet
yeah,
away
he's
from
way
you.
too far away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are actually literally on opposite ends of the map.
Yeah.
I know you can't see it. So, do you have any bonus actions, Dom Reyes, that you want to perform?
Bonus action was putting the hunter's mark on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, Echo 44, you are up.
Okay. Echo 44, seeing the battle happening behind him, is gonna forego the boss goblin and move back. I can't pick up my token for whatever reason. Hang on.
Do you have one of the
There we go.
tools selected? Yeah, you have to
I did,
deselect the
yeah.
tools.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Echo's gonna invoke his channel divinity, preserve life, and he's gonna give 15 hit points to Drex Morrow.
All right, Drex, you heal 15.
And that will be it for Echo.
The Goblin Assassin is super annoyed that you just healed the wizard he keeps throwing these daggers at, but he's going to keep throwing them with advantage from his darkness. That's a 19 to hit, Drex. For 6 piercing.
Glad I got that heal.
All right, Lady Cordesu, you're back up.
I will move 10 feet to the right,
Okay.
and I will going to use my. Let's do the witch bolt on the goblin curse spitter.
All right, is that a dex save? Or no, it's to hit. Why do I always think that's like lightning bolt? Oh, yep, 17 definitely hits.
And damage.
6 damage. All right, now as long as you maintain concentration on Witch Bolt, you can just do the damage every turn. It does take your action to just do the damage, but you don't have to roll to hit again.
And I also have a question.
Yep.
Does the darkness, like the 10 feet of darkness, ever expire?
It's 1 minute, so that's 10 rounds in combat.
Okay.
Or if that Goblin Assassin takes damage, which I shouldn't be telling you it's stat block, but if it takes damage, it loses its darkness.
Okay.
All right. Next, it is the Curse Spitter, who is still spitting curses. And he's going to try a different spell. He's going to step up to Lady Cordesu, and he's going to reach out and try to grab you as he casts a different spell. And miss again with a 9. Don't worry, Panner, you're not the only one who can't roll. Spine Cleaver, who is Hunter's Marked, he's going to swing his Great Axe at Echo. He does not like that you're healing people.
Okay.
12 doesn't hit you, though. Sedge, you are up. Drex, you're next.
Muted there for a sec. My bad. All right. Sedge will sort of. I don't know if this works for turtles, but he'll back and he'll crack some bones. And I will cast Zephyr Strike.
Ooh.
So he is going to zip 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50,
This
55,
old
60.
turtle
Yeah.
cracks his back and then just takes off like Usain Bolt.
And again, he's like hundreds of years old. And I am going to shoot the goblin boss.
Hell yeah.
Give it everything I got. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that was a 10, guys.
That is not enough.
All right. Well, wait. That gives me advantage, right?
Yeah.
It does. Yes, let's go. All right. It's fine. Let me do that
I
again.
didn't realize you didn't roll with
I rolled another 2. It was never meant to be.
it.
Please move on.
Okay, Drex, you are up. This time, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away from you is the spine cleaver. 5, 10, 15, 20, about 25 feet north of you is the goblin assassin, but you cannot see him as he is standing in magical darkness.
Okay. I'll go after. Is that curse spitter within 60 feet?
I think he's outside of that. Yeah, he's 65 feet.
All right. I'll go with the fire the ray of sickness at the cleaver.
Okay. You rolled a longbow attack.
What the
There you
heck?
go.
Okay.
15 hits.
Okay. And then damage. Nice. 9 poison damage.
All right. He is bloodied.
Okay.
Amazing. Does that end your turn?
And then Nagoni is going to go. She'll go after that same cleaver.
Okay. 5, 10, 15 feet gets her within range.
Okay. 9 to hit.
9 misses.
Okay. That's it for my turn.
All right. The goblin boss, seeing that Echo ran away, is filled with sudden new confidence as he moves back in. And he is going to take a bow shot back at you, Sedge. That is a 19 to hit for... I rolled a 1. 3 piercing damage. And Panner is up.
Alrighty.
So Panner, you do have an ally within 5 feet of the curse spitter and within 5 feet of the spine cleaver, so you will get your sneak attack if you land a hit.
So I'm thinking I'm going to try and finish off this curse spitter, maybe. So I'll
Heck
head
yeah.
up, leave my cover, and try to kind of get back here, so I'm maybe a little closer to this goblin boss too, because it seems
5,
like he's
10,
gonna be dealt
15,
with.
20. Yeah, that's 25. You will have advantage on this attack.
So I'm gonna come in with the rapier. Good thing I have advantage because that's another 8, baby. All right, that's 14. Second to hit.
14 hits.
Alrighty. In that case, I got 4. Does that kill it?
You need to roll your sneak attack too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sneak attack. Where'd she go? Sorry, I'm getting used to my list still. Alright. And that's another 4, so 8.
Yep, that kills it.
Alrighty. And then I don't really need to do anything with that bonus action, so I'm just gonna chill where I am. And keep my eye on this goblin boss.
All right, Dom Reyes, you are bloodied. You are up.
Okay. I am going to attack the spine cleaver again.
Okay, you do have advantage.
Alright. And those definitely hit. That is a 25.
Yep.
And if he's not down from this, he's getting a smite. He's in my vengeance. That is... $18 points of slashing.
Bloodied, but not dead.
And level 1 smite it is.
Did you roll your d6 for Hunter's Mark?
Yes, I did. That was included. 12 points of radiant.
All right, that was enough. He is dead.
All right, and that will be 10.
Okay, next up, I believe, is Echo 44. Yep.
Echo will reach over to let's see, was it Damaris?
Damreas.
Damreas, sorry. And he'll lay a hand on you and cast Cure Wounds. You get 8 hit points back.
Hey,
All
you're
right.
no longer bloodied.
Yep. My thanks.
And Echo's gonna stay where he's at so he can keep an eye on everybody. That'll be it for Echo.
All right, the assassin is getting really annoyed. He's going to run and just charge Drex out of his darkness. That way he can take advantage of his 2 melee attacks with the scimitar. First attack. It's a 19 to hit. And the second attack is a 14 to hit.
14 misses.
Alright, so he hits once for... I keep rolling ones on damage die, which is depressing. 4 slashing. Lady Cordesu, you are up.
I will. 1, 2, 3. If I am using the concentration and I'm using Witch Bolt, if I were to move up, would that break concentration?
The creature that you had Witch Bolt on is now dead, so concentration is broken.
Okay. So then I'll move up 30. Or 25. And I'm going to try Witch Bolt on the Goblin boss.
Heck yeah. $19 definitely hits.
Okay. And damage.
All right, 7 damage. Nice.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right, Sedge, you are up.
All right, let me try that again. Let me run it back. Much better. 26.
Yep, 26 definitely hits.
All right, 6, and then this one. 11.
All right, boss is not dead, but looking pretty damn hurt. Wishing he would have kept running away.
All right, and he's got disengage. It doesn't matter. That's it.
Drex, you have a goblin assassin in your face swinging a scimitar.
Okay. Ray of Sickness.
That's a ranged spell. Do you have Warcaster?
Oh, is it on disadvantage if he's close?
Yeah, if he's in melee, any ranged spell attack would be made at disadvantage.
All right, well, I called it, so I'm going to eat it. That was a 15 and a 7 to hit.
All right, 7 misses.
Okay. Call the snake towards me to help out.
Absolutely. That takes 5, 10, 15 feet of movement, and the snake has advantage due to flanking.
Okay.
So,
Okay, 20 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And that's going to be 14 piercing damage.
It is bloodied, but not dead.
Okay, that's it for me.
Okay. After that, it goes the Goblin Boss. It's going to shoot off another shot at you, Lady Cordesu. That is a 12, which I think misses. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to run and try to hide in this bush. With its bonus action, it's going to make a stealth check. Oh, that was awful. Succeed on a DC 11 perception check. Anybody who wants to attack him, and you can see him plain as day. Banner, you are up.
Well, I suppose let me do that perception check real quick, right?
Yep.
That will be. Yeah, I see him.
Yep.
So I'm gonna chase him into his little bush. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And give him the little pokey pokey with my rapier. That is a 16 to hit.
16 definitely hits.
Alrighty. And then that's 6 for damage.
All right, he is dead.
Really?
One enemy remains. Yeah, he was bloody. I forgot to mark him. I apologize.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
The witch bolt messed him up.
if we've got one more enemy, I'm gonna go ahead and use Step of the Wind
Okay.
and start dashing back.
Heck yeah.
That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll call it there.
Heck yeah, Dom Reyes, you are up. The only remaining enemy that you can see is this goblin assassin behind you attacking the wizard.
Okay, I'm going to attack him then. Hunter's Mark changed on him.
Okay.
And am I flanking?
Yes, you are, most certainly.
Okay. One point off from getting a nat 20, but that is a 20. Oh, at 28.
All right, Dom Reyes, listen. This goblin has 1 hit point left, so how do you want to do this? It's the last enemy on the board.
Just cutting off his head.
Simple, quick, no nonsense, as you swing your sword around and remove the head from this goblin. And we are out of combat. We will pick up here. We are about halfway through the session, folks, so we are going to go ahead and take a 10-minute bio break, and we will be right back. So I'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Cool.
In the lands In the lands of Brimhall where shadows creep, an ancient king stirs from his deathly sleep. Orcs and goblins rise, their drums resound, to bring the darkness where light was found. From Dawson's fields where farmers stand, to Crack Swamp and the desert sand, unlikely heroes heed the call, to face the night, to stand or fall. Through the veil of malevolence we march as one, with axes high our will be done in the fire's glow. Our hearts ignite to break the darkness, to bring the light. In Green Hollow's grove the bards did fight, songs of courage in the dead of night. And in Abylos, where shadows lie, a beholder fell beneath the sky. Dragons soar in skies of flame, but we press on in our victory's name. Through mountains pass and on the dark maw, to break the chains, to crush them all. Now the final hour draws near, the king of old, his wrath we fear. But with our blades and with our kin, we'll tear the veil and rise again. Through the veil of malevolence we march as one, with axes high our will be done in the fire's glow. Our hearts ignite to break the darkness, to bring the light. Where hope remains, we stand united, break the chains, for in our song, the battle's cry, we rise as one because legends never die. In the lands of Brimhall where shadows creep, an ancient king stirs from his deathly sleep. Orcs and goblins rise, their drums resound, to bring the darkness where light was found.
And we are back. As the dust settles around you, Dom Reyes lets you all know that he will meet you back at the tavern. And he heads off. The goblins lay before you. There are 18 goblins. So, or 18 ears, 9 goblins. Who wants to do the collecting?
I do.
Echo will pull out a dagger.
Heck yeah, make some survival checks, guys. Or one of you can do it with the help action.
Help me, Tom
I can
Cruise.
help.
Ugh, 7? Really?
Roll with advantage because I'm helping you.
Got it. Thank you. Alright, that's a little better. 16.
Yeah, it takes you a little while, but you are able to start removing these ears, and you can add 18 goblin ears to your inventory. Let's see who's closest.
No, Nagoni, stop! Nagoni starts to swallow a goblin from the head, and I basically point at her and turn her back into a staff.
Oh no.
That's funny. Echo 44, you are closest. Can I get a perception check from you? Nope, you don't notice.
9.
Does anybody want to start searching around, see what they can find, or anything like that? By the way, this map, made it myself. Things are on this
Nice.
map for a reason. You pay attention to things on maps with me. I make my own.
Noted.
So if something is there, it's supposed to be there.
Well, to that end, I suppose. I mean, the fancy carriage looks interesting to me.
Absolutely.
So can I go check that out? Does
So,
it have any
so as you
doors?
get,
Are there any locks?
there are doors on both sides. As you get about 10 feet away, can I get you to make me a perception check? And you are within
Yep.
10 feet. The battle has died down, so do so with advantage.
Alrighty. There's one. Oh, well, alright. That one don't count because it's a 1. But also that's a nat 20 either way.
So as you're starting to step up to this carriage, and you see this woman laid dead before you, it looks like she's a younger human woman, probably only about 19 years old. A scimitar was driven through her back. But you look at the door of the carriage and you see like bloody handprints, and you look down at the woman's fingertips, and it's almost like her fingers were slammed in the door several times, and then you begin to hear a slight clatter inside of the carriage. Sounds like a metal clattering, like maybe somebody in there trembling.
Like a terrified person.
Yes.
In that case, can I like very stealthy peek through a window and see who might be in there?
Yeah, if you climb up to like where the driver would sit, you could see that there's a hole, a very slight one, that kind of you could probably get a look in. And with the 23 perception, you kind of roll up there, and what you see is a young man, probably about 22 years old, clad in the gaudiest, fanciest plate armor you have ever seen. It is gold plated, embroidered with these runes. He's got this flowing cloak, this shoulder length blonde golden hair, this huge greatsword strapped to his back, but he is in the fetal position, holding on to the handle of that carriage door, trying to keep it closed, looking absolutely petrified.
All right. Well, you know what? I think rather than try to talk my way into this, because I'm not very good at that, maybe I'll just give him a little like shave and a haircut knock and say like, hello?
And
They're
as
all
soon
gone.
as
All the
soon as you
goblins are gone now.
as soon as you say hello, he jumps in total fear and then looks over and they're gone. All of them.
Well, yeah, we took care of them for you. Are you all right? Have you been hurt?
And he inspects himself. No, I'm I'm quite fine. Quite fine, thank you. And he lets the door to the carriage swing open, and he hesitates to step out as he sees the woman on the ground.
Well, come on, man. She ain't getting any deader.
Quite. Make an insight check.
Alrighty. I am making an insight check. That is a 22.
Holy crap. Yeah, he seems nervous looking down at the body, and he kind of steps over it. I apologize, that's my sister.
And Panner's just kind of looking at him, looking at where he slammed her fingers in the door, looking at him again, she just says, "I'm so sorry for your loss."
Yes, quite. Um. Oh, where are the horses? All of the men are dead. Lone survivor, Sir Dennigan Uppercrust.
Well, Mr. Uppercrust, can I just ask you what happened here?
Well,
Were you caught off guard? What happened?
well, I am Sir Dennigan Uppercrust. No doubt you've heard of the Uppercrust. And yes, I am the Uppercrust. We were coming to Tosin to pick up loads of grain to take to our family's bakeries. We make some of the finest breads in the capital, and we were ambushed along the road by these goblins.
Ambushed.
Yes, quite. And they killed everyone. I made it into the carriage. Unfortunately, my sisters were just short, and they were slain. There was nothing I could do, I swear.
I think at this point, Panner is, I mean, not a fan of Mr. Uppercrust, I don't think. So what she's going to do is she's going to turn around and just holler at everybody, "Hey, y'all, we got a live one over here!" So, where will you be continuing on your journey, Mr. Uppercrust, or do you need escort? Are you planning on heading back to Tosin? What's your next move?
Oh, well, of course I'm going to have to go to Tosin now. I'm not walking to the capital. Are you bad? No, I will go to Tosin. We must inform the mayor of the attack, and she will see to it that I make it home safely.
And does Panner believe him? Is he telling the truth here? You know,
Insight check?
about yeah. That's another 22.
He fully believes that if he goes and reports the ambush and stuff, that the town will help him. He is an upper crust after all, a noble.
Mm-hmm.
He's not so sure that he's going to be able to go back home, though. He is keeping something from you as far as why else he is here.
Alrighty. I mean, does anybody else want to come interview the witness or try to get any more information out of him? I'm not particularly persuasive myself.
What brings you to Tosin?
Make a persuasion roll, Echo.
And
All right, so it's a little more than a supply run. My sisters were to return with the wheat. The mayor has wrote the capital about the goblin problems over the last couple months. And being that I am newly knighted in the capital, they wanted me to come and help the city.
I see that you helped. All right.
We were caught off guard, all right? Did you see those things? They were terrifying.
Oh, I
How
saw
off
them.
guard was? Huh.
What'd you say there, Mike? You broke
How
up.
off guard was your sister when you smashed your fingers in this door?
Did no such thing, and I do not appreciate the accusation, peasant.
Can I do an
Ah,
insight
well.
check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
13.
Yeah, he slammed her fingers in the door. He just doesn't appreciate the accusation or you saying it out loud.
So, while Mr. Dummigan Buttercrust is, talking to other people, can Panner sort of sidle over to this white, I guess,
Yeah, it's a covered carriage.
not cart thing, covered carriage thing, and just sort of, look in it. She's not really trying to be stealthy or anything. She's just like,
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation roll.
Mm-hmm. That is a 17.
It has been cleared out quite a bit, but there are some
Uh-huh.
coins scattered around. You find
All right.
29 gold pieces.
Wow.
And you can kind of glean that this was the carriage carrying the payment for the wheat and stuff that they would take back to the capital. The goblins
And how
have
many gold
stolen
pieces
it.
was that again? 29.
29.
29. All right.
And it seems like the goblins were they stole the horses straight out, and they were in the midst of stealing the gold and supplies in this caravan.
All righty. Well, Mr. Upper Crust, can we offer
It's
you...
sir, actually. I can tell by your low status that maybe you have not been in the presence of a knight before, so I will forgive the slight this time.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's certainly true. Would you like to walk with us back to town, or, do you want to try to go it alone?
Well, we're not. The town is right there, and you're only about 70 feet outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wish to escort me or be escorted by me, that would be fine.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is so dangerous.
Quite, as he kind of gestures around to all the dead, like. And meanwhile, he looks over at Drext, who's just chopping ears off of goblins.
Well, don't forget the cheap meat. He's also taking some heads and some cheap meat as well.
Oh, even better. All right.
Customs.
Question. These, like, square objects that have, like, the empty spaces, those are, I assume, like, barrels or boxes that have already been raided?
So, here?
I don't know if I'll put Panner on one, like, here. There.
So that is a box that's already open. There's a chest here.
Mhm.
There's a chest here.
Gotcha.
There's a bag of coins here. There's a bag
Noted.
of coins here. There's a bag of coins here.
So I guess while, she's kind of paying homage to Sir Upper Crust, can she sort of just be stuffing her pockets, stuffing things into her bag of holding, whatever she finds that seems useful?
And not even being stealthy about it? Are you robbing me right in front of me?
And she's going to look him in the eye and say, "Are you alive?"
Oh, you wish payment.
Yeah.
It only seems fitting. And I can't buy much wheat at all with what's left here. Yeah, you get another 75 gold and 52 silver.
Alrighty.
I don't know if anybody needs any, but there are some mundane great axes here. There's a sickle. There's a mace.
None of those for Banner.
Crossbow. There is a hand crossbow next to the knight to the north.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody wanted to gather these things up, you may.
And I think in line with her continuing to be brash, she's just gonna look in the eye and say, "I'm gonna look in one of these chests now too. I want to know what's in it." And she's just gonna immediately go to open it. Is it locked? Is it trapped? Can I check for traps?
You can make an investigation roll, yeah. Check for traps.
Yeah. All right, my investigation is unfortunately a 1. Not natural, but with a -1. So I don't see nothing.
You are convinced that this thing is trapped with one of the most intricate and complicated traps you have ever seen in your life. You don't think you can undo this trap.
Well, she's gonna just kind of stare at it. Yeah, this one's bested me, y'all.
I mean, she's just robbing this guy right in front of him, guys. And pretty soon, a woman begins to approach up the road with a couple of militia members. She is wearing similar leather armor to most of the militia, but definitely different. She bears the crest of Tosin's militia, which is a sword wreathed in wheat on her chest. Her hair is up in a bun. She is a brunette, and her eyes almost kind of give this white glow just faintly. And the most interesting part is around her, floating, is a magical shield that kind of just floats around her. And anybody who wants to can make a religion check.
Well, I rolled a 2, so as far as I know, she's just really shiny.
Sedge, you get advantage because you're from the area.
I was gonna ask. Yeah, I know. I've seen her grow up. You know, I know this little girl.
Yeah.
It's fine. Try that again. That was terrible.
Yeah, but the dementia's kicking in. So, but no, this is Alara Greenfield. She is the champion of the goddess Aranthia. That shield is a divine artifact granted to the champion of Aranthia. She is the leader of the temple in Tosin. And the leader of the militia. And she begins to approach the party. Oh, well. A bit late, but I'm glad that you all were here to help. Who speaks for your party? Oh, yes, ma'am. I am Sir Denigan Uppercrust of the Brighton Up.
No, I'll
What?
speak for us now.
Of course. Wait a second. Dunk, 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 and he just knocks on your chest. You're an automaton?
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah.
Who built this? Who
we-
taught this how to? This is quite entertaining. Is it? Are one of you like casting your voice into this machine?
I can fit you and show you how real I am if you would like.
Did you just threaten a knight, sir?
It was a promise.
Make an intimidation
Come
check.
on now. He already almost died.
Actually, he wasn't even close to dying because he trapped himself in the carriage after breaking his sister's finger.
Oh,
so
wow,
she-
you all were
Oh.
not here. You did not see what happened. I am quite thankful for your assistance. Yes, Rubit man, you can speak. I'm sorry. He steps away. Interesting. Well, I see that you've heard of the bounty. As she looks over, as Drex is still at 18 years. Takes a little while to remove. We don't pay for eyeballs. What? Just the ears.
That's for personal. I'm not going to bill you for that one.
Okay. I really wish to thank you all for your assistance. So, allow me to inform the mayor. Will you all be staying at Logan's tonight?
I, I suppose that we will. Yes.
Well, if you remain in town and meet me at the mayoral estate tomorrow, get some rest and some food. Treat your injuries. I will see to it that you are paid. And perhaps, since you did so well here, we could speak about further assistance.
Further assistance?
I mean, we will pay you coin, of course. You joined here and you're collecting ears. I figured you're adventurers, are you not?
Well, I reckon.
What do you all call them? Quest! I could give you a quest that pays coin.
That sounds wonderful. Are you familiar with the mayor of
You were
Hennigan
breaking up
to the west?
really, really bad, Mike. I think your phone has bad signal.
Okay. Better?
Now you are, yes.
Okay. That sounds wonderful. But by the way, are you familiar with the mayor of Hennigan, small town to the west?
Mayor of Hennigan?
Okay, good. Just making sure I didn't bring it up. Yes, the quest would be great.
Should I be?
Nope, not at all, not at all.
Okay. Is that anywhere near Green Hollow?
I can't recall to the best of my ability. Just disregard. Like I didn't even break.
Okay. Understood. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Anyways, if you all will take your rest tonight, meet me at the mayoral estate in the morning. I will see to it that you are paid and perhaps have more work for all of you.
Thank you, and may Nyx watch over you and all of us.
A follower
Tanner
of
just
Nyx.
hands on hips, looks up and gives a little nod.
Yeah. Sedge has fallen asleep. He had that sprint. He's a tired old man.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, that run took a lot out of him. I mean, he's a turtle. He's an old man. That was 60 feet, guys.
Oh, it's so funny. All right, and you all make your way back into town in Logan's Last Chance. The mood in Logan's Last Chance is much changed. It's very somber and quiet. The only militia member left in here is Chauncey, and despite his young age, Logan has a very large ale set in front of the boy. Now comes the fun part.
Oh, he lived.
So we're going to play a little game, guys. First game
Oh, boy.
is, I get to take some of the money I just gave you. It is 2 silver apiece for a room tonight.
All right.
If you're going to have dinner here, it is 5 copper.
And how much is it for all of us to do all of it? I'm not good at like math, really.
So that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 silver.
All right.
And
I go.
Never
30.
Pay for
Tavern
it.
keep.
Yeah. Pay with upper crust gold.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just robbed this man blind and have dosh, so I'm down to just pay for everybody out of our spoils.
There you go. As a matter of fact, you give Logan 2 gold and say keep them coming.
All right.
That'll
I'll
cover
roll
everything.
Down by 2.
And
Mr. Logan, can I use your kitchen by chance?
oh, that's good. You don't want to use my kitchen. The wife's in the kitchen. She will murder you.
Oh.
I can't
Okay.
even go into the kitchen, and I own it. We own it! You hear a shout from the back. See what I mean?
Noted.
We're gonna play a little game, guys. We play this game on the road. We'll be playing this game a lot at the beginning. So what we're going to do, we're going to roll d20s. Whoever rolls the highest, that character gets to ask any other character any kind of question. And this is just a way for you guys to kind of get to know each other. It simulates sitting there and just having these conversations. So, Echo 44. You go first. You can ask any character any question about their character. They can choose whether or not they answer. You got to stay in character, obviously, guys.
Tanner, where are you from?
You're muted, Panner.
Well, I don't rightly know. I actually woke up a few months ago. You know, just outside Deathville in that forest there, with a big old gash on my head and no recollection of how I even got there. It was a group of traveling gnomes, a little adventuring party, I guess. I don't know. They got me back up on my feet and sent me out, but really the only clue I have is the uniform I was wearing, and I don't even know where it's from.
No follow-ups? Okay, everybody roll again except for Echo.
Oh, I did worse this time.
And yet somehow your 7 was the highest, Panner.
That's amazing. All right, well, Pander's going to lean over her comically large for her size beverage, look at Sedge, and just go, now how'd you learn to run like that?
It's all in the stretching before you go out there. You really got to take care of your bodies. You know, they don't hold up for hundreds of years without taking care of them.
I mean, yeah, and you know, forgive me if this is a rude question, but y'all ain't fast usually.
I
Like,
think
you're really,
yeah.
really fast.
I think a little bit of the Fae has touched me in my time out there in the swamps. I can do a couple of tricks, but really, it's just the bugs.
Bugs?
Oh, I haven't introduced them. And he'll call out the swarm. There's like, I don't know, like 200 moths just come pouring out of his shell.
Not inside, Sedge. Gods.
I have this image in my mind of like the moths are just swarming on Panner, and she's already real small, so she just kind of disappears in this like cloud.
Yeah, absolutely. They're giant moths too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she's got one on her nose, and she's just sitting there with a moth on her nose. She's like, "So you got moth friends? You good with animals, or?"
Most animals, but mostly the bugs.
And the moth is still fluttering. She says, "Well, huh." Makes no effort to remove the moth.
Uh-huh. All right, everybody but Echo and Panner may roll a d20.
Oh.
Drex, your dice hate you tonight. All right, Lady Cordessa, you may ask any other character any question you'd like.
I was wondering, Drex, what do you plan to do with the other parts of the goblin you foraged or whatever?
Well, I consider myself a bit of a gourmand when it comes to eating humanoids. Now, mind you, the nice ones like you and you, hands off. But a goblin is pretty good game. I'm surprised the locals don't use them more in their holiday fare. The cheek meat, once you have to boil it 3 times, but afterwards it comes out a lot like swamp rat. The eyeballs, full of nutrition, very good. Not to mention for spells, this is pretty good eating. Now, if you're a little squeamish, if I cook on the road, I'll make sure that I make 1 pot for me and 1 pot for you. But I encourage you to live a little by eating our enemies.
Okay.
Panner, you're muted. I wish I could hear you right now because it looks great. Unmute yourself.
Panner just quietly kind of puts her spoon back down in the bowl and just sort of pushes it away.
Echo has never been more thankful that he does not eat. All right, everybody. But so Drext and Sedge now get to roll. Sedge, you are up. Drext, you will go after Sedge.
Yeah, I'll turn to the automaton. I haven't seen you around here before, and I've been here a pretty long time. And I do need to know your story.
Well, I have been traveling around the continent for a while. I don't really remember much of my past. Everything's been is kind of a blur. I've been around for a few centuries. I've passed through this area a few times before, but I don't really recall much of my past.
I mean, you know how old age is. You tend to forget.
Suppose that is true.
All right, Drext.
Echo. If we continue to adventure, I see maybe a point of contention. You are a life cleric?
Yes, I am. Nyx blessed me with the abilities to help others.
Okay. Hypothetically, if I was to reanimate Sir Uppercrust over there, what would be your moral compunctions?
To reanimate him, he's still alive.
I mean, if he died. Big if. If
Excuse me. No, he's not here. He's not actually in the pub with you.
How would Echo feel like Nyx would react to someone being reanimated?
Undead are offensive to most of the good gods. Necromancy is pretty frowned upon. But while definitely a taboo act, there are in history from time to time some wizards who don't use that magic for nefarious means, but they are few and far between. It would be a little offensive. But Nyx, being the goddess of magic and the weave, wouldn't care as much as, say, a Dantis would.
Just don't do it while I'm around, and I'm sure we won't have any issues about it.
Mid-combat. Echo, I'm gonna need you to turn around and close your eyes. I can see where this is gonna get funny.
I'll be very selective in my reanimations.
Cast turn on dead on his summons.
He throttles, comes alive in his hands.
Absolutely. As the night winds down and you all realize that you have quite a lot, maybe not in common, but you get along quite well. And the prospect of gold is in your future. It's quite nice. You will all take a long rest tonight, so mark long rests on your sheets. That was a really good session, guys. We're going to move into Stars and Wishes. But first, everybody also take inspiration. You all did quite well. And I'll let Domrius know that he will get inspiration as well. As we move into our Stars and Wishes portion for this evening, Rachel, why don't you start us off?
Sure. So let's see. For stars, everybody was doing a great job with their characters. I'm really enjoying meeting them. I think we got some fun dynamics set up that we're going to have a lot of fun playing with. For wishes, I think, and this is something I expect to organically happen, so I'm just sort of looking forward to it happening. Us sort of learning each other's skill sets and how to really play off each other and be like a real tight, efficient killing team.
You got to roll higher for that.
Yeah, listen, eventually I'll break 10.
Yeah, do you have an MVP vote?
Oh, you know, this is not really even because of anything, but I do want to give it to Sedge just because I like the idea of a really fast turtle.
Yeah, that's perfectly valid reason to give out an MVP. Yeah. All right, Mike.
Stars. I really like the composition of our group. I like how we really delved into different races and different classes. I think it's going to work really well when we move more into combat. I really like the role playing, especially with Little Cheeks doing the just robbing upper crust blind as because he's probably never engaged with a thief before, so he probably doesn't know how to handle that. So that was really cool, and that's why I'd give the MVP to Little Cheeks for that one because he made us a lot of gold. Wish. Frankie, I know with our other campaign, you are our money bags, our treasurer. So I don't know how that'll work with us, but I'd like to maybe look at having one of us as a treasurer just to keep eyes on funds. It makes it easier for everybody to kind of calculate, and we don't have to all worry about where we made money and how much we have. But other than that, this is really fun. I had a good time.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Micah.
Stars, just I think getting to meet everybody's characters and play with their characters and stuff, and the role play and everything was great. The combat was fun. Good introduction to seeing everybody's characters and what they can do. I will give my MVP vote to Tanner. Just the smooth talking and robbing upper crust was just great. I really liked that. Wishes. I don't think I really have any wishes at all. I think it was a fun session. I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Jory.
I mean, yeah, that was really fun. I think the party's all really weird. Like like Mike said, we all pick different races, classes. I think there's gonna be some good interplay here. I'm gonna give my MVP obviously to Penner as well. That was hilarious. And I never caught anything in the Thursday table when we met Denigan. Sir Pad rolled like a 1 on that. So Denigan was his hero, and seeing him get talked to like so poorly immediately, incredibly satisfying.
Yeah. See, Micah and Jory are intimately familiar with Sir Denigan, so he is a slimy guy, but he can be a sweet guy sometimes. We shall see how it evolves at this table. But yeah, I forgot. You guys rolled so poor on that you guys were just like, yeah, no, he definitely didn't kill his sisters. Only Valiant rolled high enough. Yep. All right. Chloe.
I'd say that everybody really got into their characters, and that like you were saying, many different classes and races, which I feel like variety gives the game like a special like factor that makes it more fun. Also, I'd say that the MVP, I would give it to Echo 44 because he did heal a lot of people when we were fighting, and I feel like it
Valid.
did save a lot of people from getting max damage. And I don't really have any wishes.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, Penner, you take it this week. But don't feel bad because Micah wins it every week at every other table he's at. So he can go ahead and share MVP for once. What MVP gives you is an extra inspiration. It does not count as your on-sheet inspiration. You just have an extra inspiration. So just remember that you have 2 because you can only mark 1 on your sheet. I'm going to go ahead and go now. Stars to everybody. It was a little slow to kind of push you guys into starting, but I feel like once we got flowing and everybody got comfortable, then we got into that special place where D&D is just kind of this improv acting back and forth, and it's a lot of fun, a lot of laughs tonight. We are 3 for 3 at tables not killing Sir Denigan, thankfully. But I try to kind of tempt people because he is an arrogant mofo. This was a really great session tonight. Combat went really well. People got hit, but you guys survived that quite well. And that was the hardest goblin fight I've thrown at a party yet. Typically a much easier goblin fight at the beginning. But you guys have such a well-rounded party that I didn't fear throwing a couple extra harder goblins in there, and you guys just absolutely knocked it out of the park. I can't wait for next week. My only wish is that Dom Reyes could have stuck around the entire session. But other than that, as normal, thank you to everybody who came out and watched tonight. We had a huge spike in viewership, which was really cool. Thank you to our sponsor, Ugly Soap Co. Remember, go to ugly-soap.com, promo code Minhal for 10% off. Lots of good products on there. If they're not, a lot of stuff sold out right now. I was quite upset. I went to get some more of the cologne that I get, and they were sold out. And so I messaged the owner and was like, hey, dude, you got to get some more. So he's ordering some more. So hopefully stuff gets restocked soon. Other than that, thank you guys. I will stick around in Discord for at least 10-15 more minutes if anybody has any questions or wants to talk. Other than that, say goodnight, guys.
Good night.
Ice cream.
Good night, guys.